just about a 3.5-hour drive from each other on Florida's I-75. The Jags and Bucks are underway.
Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. They'll start on the ground. Etienne. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
They go play action with Lawrence. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down.
That's a good-looking play to me. The big tight end on a crossing route coming underneath. Sometimes he can gain some serious momentum going forward, can he?
Yeah, he can indeed, and pretty well executed there.
Lawrence's throw into the hands of Kirk. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Now Lawrence to throw. And one more time, here's Kirk. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Another completion right there. And again, Charles, good time in the pocket. That offensive line on this opening drive been really solid.
They've been more than solid. They've really tamped down the pass rush and kept him safe in the pocket, able to look around, find his target, and deliver. He's got to make sure he tells the offensive line in the huddle, thanks, fellas. Let's keep it going.
Play action. It's Lawrence. He'll get this into the hands of the wideout from LSU. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucks 30. A nice pickup of 17 yards. Well, they clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Evan Ingram, 30 yards. And the Jaguars are on the board first here on the road in Tampa. Well, the underdog here is showing no fear. Great opening drive.
Now, we weren't in the locker room for the pregame speech, but I will guarantee you somewhere along the way the head coach said, let's just grab a big stick and smack them with it and let them know we're going to be here today. They may be the team that's supposed to be superior, but we're not backing down to anyone.
And on the road, no less, setting the tone. Lawrence going to look to throw for it. Dancing to his left. And he will get in to make it 8-0. So what do you make of that? You go on the road, you score the opening drive touchdown, opt to go for 2, and all of a sudden they're up 8-zip.
Yeah, this wasn't a decision that they made right here and right now. They made this decision during the week. Hey, if we get the ball and score right away, let's show them that we feel like we're superior. Go for 2 and really put the pressure on them.
And he returns this to the 22. Now Mayfield and the Bucks come up on 1st and 10 at their own 22. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Mayfield going to switch things up here. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. The pass is caught by Cade Otton. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. From the 46, here's the 2nd and 5. Shepard will go in motion right. Mayfield off the play fake. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. That was close to a big play and just a little bit too far that he was led. He caught it but couldn't stay in bounds, Charles.
Yeah, I'm not very good at these sort of things, but I have to believe the farther you are downfield, the less your margin for error in throwing the ball, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, so they gave it a good effort there. Really tried, just couldn't complete it.
They will run for the first time here with White. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. To throw, Mayfield. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Lloyd with a pick. But just a lot going on there in the middle of the field, and this one winds up a turnover.
Yeah, they're running a crossing route here, and the idea of it is to get defenders confused about who to go with. But if you throw it too early, sometimes it's your quarterback that gets confused, and here he throws it into coverage and gets it intercepted.
On first down, Lawrence. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Buccaneers are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, their defense got him the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brandon, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We've got 2, we got 2. Do I hear 3? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
On the ground, it's Irving to start the drive. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. 1 quarter down, 8-0 the score. This 2nd and 4. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Throw out right. It's brought in by Otten. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
On 1st and 10, here's Irving. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Play fake. Mayfield. His throw incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Mayfield. Oh, he's thinking end zone for Evans. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. 4th down, Mayfield. This is a diving effort by Evans. What a catch. So they convert on 4th, and now from just outside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Shepard goes in motion. Mayfield with it once more. Here's a diving catch right side. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
I know at retirement ceremonies, a rocking chair is often one of the major gifts, but don't give this guy one just yet. He may be plus 30, but my goodness, how about that effort?
Yeah, he's not that old. Hey, I'm on the wrong side of 32.
You okay? You feeling all right?
I'll be all right.
Okay, good.
I just need some chocolate and a box of tissues. Second down, Mayfield. This is caught. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Mike Evans, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Bucs are back within a couple of the lead. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And this is now a 1-point game. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play. It got his man complete, and he's going to step out of bounds all the way down on the other side of midfield. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 41 yards. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. Now Lawrence. A short throw to Ingram. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2 minutes even in what's been a tight first half. 8-7, our score. From the 33, here's 2nd and a couple. Lawrence will throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, now Lawrence. And that is incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive. Stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. Flushed out right. And Lawrence going to smartly hit the deck here as he is able to pick up the first down in the process. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. Well, Lawrence going to move him around a bit. Now here's a throw that's complete. So he stopped for no gain, and that'll make it second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Lawrence. Escaping the pressure right. Thomas brings it in. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
Hey, Lion.
Here's Lawrence. Flush to his right.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Now Lawrence, forced out to his left. And he's got it. It's Thomas for a Jacksonville touchdown. Brian Thomas as the first half is winding down. And the Jags would extend their lead here just before halftime. The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 8. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. In motion, left Shepard. Now they'll change things up. Mayfield now on 2nd down. Airing this one out for Evans. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans in the final seconds of the first half. And the Buccaneers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
And that's a terrific score. Now, what are we going to do here? Do you go for 2?
You know what the people at home want.
Everybody wants to go for 2. The analytics people probably want them to go for 2. I bet they kicked the extra point. We've got a whole 2nd half left to play.
Well, we get a look at it here, but hey, whatever the case, big-time play before the end of the 2nd quarter. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And this is now a 1-point game. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. A one-point game through 2 quarters as we get rolling here in this second half. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's a second down and 9. Mayfield to throw it. This is caught by Evans. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Mayfield on play action. Eluding the pressure right. Boy, took a real chance with that one, but it's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
A third quarter now, to 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10. Baker going to give it to Irving. And shutting him off, now open field. Still on his feet. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Bucky Irving, 47 yards. And the Buccaneers have taken the lead here in this third quarter.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Mayfield going to try to throw for the 2. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense.
Yeah, that's true. You've said that before. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
Now Lawrence on first down. Flushed out right. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now Lawrence changing the play. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to air this thing out deep for Thomas. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go to the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Lawrence. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, it's Lawrence. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first.
Let's go.
They go play action now. Lawrence rolling to his right. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Buying time to his left. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And he's got it. It's Thomas for a Jacksonville touchdown. Brian Thomas with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars have retaken a 3rd quarter lead. So a very strong first drive in the second half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a 3rd quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But, boy, they executed awfully well moving the ball down the field.
They'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To execute better, and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Balled at the 26, 2nd and 7. Throwing, Mayfield. Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Mayfield looks to throw. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Mayfield. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, 64 yards. And the Bucs have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the 3rd quarter. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. But sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. Three quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the 4th. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Being chased out left. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down.
And next time, Brandon, I think you might want to consider running it because those defensive backs, they were plastered to the receivers, and they weren't letting up as that play went on.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. ETN bringing in another one. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw here taken in by Ingram. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. Now Lawrence to throw. He targets Ingram for another grab.
So the completion gets him just a yard, and it'll be second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 31-yard line. Again, it's Lawrence.
Escaping the pressure right.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
Here's second and a yard. Here's Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Back to throw, Lawrence.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Washington. He has been terrific today, hasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely running flawless 2-minute drill right here. This has been quarterbacking 101 with a flourish.
Now second down and a few inches.
Right there, 54, right there, 54. Let's go.
A shotgun snap and again to Etienne. And the Jags are going to have a first and goal forthcoming as he takes this down to about the 5-yard line.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Lawrence.
He'll buy some time right. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the fourth quarter.
And, partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here's first and 10. Mayfield. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Mayfield.
Throw left side complete. That's Evans.
And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there, picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as they understand where they are in the field?
Final minute, one timeout remaining. First and 10. Mayfield to throw. That's complete to Otten.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
Second and 6 coming up. Now Mayfield. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the Jags have just about sewn up this football game. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
We got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down.
And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. So this will be a win for Jacksonville, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter.